Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Surviving Mars. And when we last left off, we built this other dome, and we actually got a restaurant there, working in the first shift, the diner, helping with the dining, food, and social. We also have our pickup truck gathering some resources, and then we've also got our remote drone going back to service the water pump. We went over there to install another sensor tower. As far as the sensor tower is concerned, we are researching and scanning this area here. We have our RC Explorer nearby, so any anomalies that may pop up will be quickly gotten to. And basically we're just waiting on, the opportunity to bring another group of colonists here. We're also making soybeans, and it looks like it'll be a pretty good harvest, and it needs to be because we have no food in reserve. The food that is there at the diner and at the grocery store is our last little inkling of food. So hopefully all of these botanists can come together, get us some good yield from the soybeans. We'll run 2 runs of soybeans and then potatoes. That's a lot of food, but it lowers the soil quality. So we'll boost our soil quality up to where we can just be at 100% and then 90, 100, 90, 100, and just alternate. That's why we're running 2 sets of soybeans and potatoes. We've also got a few people here working at the rare metals extractor, and it looks like we can, for more power, it's 10 extra power, but right now we can do that, 25% more production. We'll go ahead and upgrade that and get some more rare metals out of it. Right now they're making 2.7 rare metals per day, and I don't think we're going to be getting much funding here in the grand scheme of things, so it never hurts to have more rare metals to send back on rockets whenever the need arises. We're stockpiling plenty of fuel as well, so as soon as the rocket lands, we've got 17 out of 30 fuel. They'll be able to refill fairly quickly here, and we're just maintaining what we've got. All right, pickup truck is pulling up some metal for us. The RC commander is making his way very slowly to this area. I imagine waste rock may be, well, waste rock isn't piling up too awful much, which is good to see. Of course, we'll need our robots there for maintenance, but we're starting to make some machine parts, so that is all well and good. We should have, a full work shift on second shift, including our 2 elder engineers that retired a few episodes ago. They reached elder status, but then we researched that breakthrough that elders can work and have children. One thing that I would like to do for this second dome is to get a clinic and help boost the comfort and happiness from all these guys. All right, 3D machining is done. That unlocks drone battery increased by 50%. I mean, that's pretty good, but it's not what we need. We need that the drone helicopter, the drone shuttles, and I believe that is in the robotics branch. So in order to uncover that, I think we need to continue on the path, but those techs are going to start getting more expensive. And, we don't have, we've got a crap ton of scientists. It's 345 research per soul, which isn't bad. We also need to put down our electronic part factory. We have a prefab here on the planet, so we don't need to spend any resources to build it. However, we do need workers. And, I don't want to take anything from I imagine those would be engineers, and I want to make sure that our machine parts are always up to standard. Once we get a nice surplus of machine parts, then we can put in that electronics factory and start letting people work over there. As far as our apartment is concerned, we only have 9 out of 24 spaces taken, so we can send up another shuttle of colonists if the need arises. Ideally, we would need just 1 scientist. I believe we would need more engineers and geologists as well. We need a few engineers and, just 2 geologists to work a shift. Now, if we could get more geologists there, we could open up a second shift. All right, so water production is now being monitored by these drones, and it could produce even more water if the need be. We haven't even tapped into 1,000 of this underground water. Thankfully, there's another water deposit over here. We could just connect to the main hub here and get the water flowing, but this is a very low quality water, so you know, it doesn't give us the output we so need and desire. So how is our food situation going? It's second shift, they're working well. All of our botanists are heading to the farm. That's right, all y'all get on this. Make sure that our soybeans are good. And I believe that 32.9 food, I mean, if we harvested it now, we would get 32 food, but around 30 food would be more than enough to sustain everybody. And that, of course, is the goal, because we don't have any in reserve. We're getting some rare metals as well. The next rocket that comes in can load those up. It's always good to have a little bit of money. We've got $635 million. But
Sector scan.
if we were to, oh, of course, no resources over here at all. All right, so our next resource scan is over here, and then we start working down here where we have a lot of sensor boost. These should be unveiled very quickly. Once we get closer to unveiling all of this tile, we'll work sort of clockwise here and place sensor towers as we go. We'll put a tower over here. We've actually got a tower boost probably from this this outlook over here, but down here there's no sensor boost. Not really, 70%, 90%. So it'll help the deep scanning once we are able to deep scan and scan everything again. You know, that'll definitely help. So the question is, how much does it cost us to send a rocket for more people? Let's do a passenger rocket. It's picked all of these people. Let's go ahead and get them off, and then we can take a look at what we need. So we need just a few geologists. Let's see, a rugged idiot. Well, that is no good. An enthusiast. We'll take an enthusiast. Geologist. How about, nope, glutton in a chronic condition. That's no good. Forest, melancholic. But a vegan, I mean, increased performance penalty when at low morale. I mean, it might not be too bad. Let's see, we could use maybe a few more botanists, and it's a shame we don't see, I mean, we got some medics. If we could bring in a few medics and have them work at the hospital, that would boost morale. Survivor, we'll take a survivor medic. Workaholic, we'll take a workaholic. Religious, sure, we'll take that. That's 3 medics. I don't know how many shifts the clinic can run. Nerd, coward, vegan. We also have a gambler workaholic, a hippie, gardens and parks, nice. Melancholic and sexy, we'll take that. So we've got 5 medics. Let's see. We could probably bring some... Let's see, what else do we have besides the geologist? Let's see, a scientist. We really only have place for 1. A workaholic enthusiast wouldn't be too awful bad. Let's see, and do we just bring some more non-specialized people here to work? It probably wouldn't be too awful bad. We don't need security or anything like that, so officers aren't needed. If we could find some good non-specialized people. Colleen. Let's try... Courtney's an alcoholic. We don't need any alcoholics around here. Hypochondriac coward. That's a nerd. We'll take nerds. Idiot but fit. Alright, whiner, compose, loner. Enthusiast, high morale. Nice. And let's see. Hypochondriac. Chronic condition. Melancholic, glutton, lazy. Alcoholic, lazy, alcoholic. What's that saying about these people? If you're non-specialized, you're lazy and an alcoholic. Let's see. So 2 geologists. I don't think we want to do a second shift of anything. Let's see, if we made a coward survivor fit botanist, it would help us get our food situation situated quicker. Cody, rugged. All right, we'll launch that. So we'll have another passenger rocket in place. Those 12 people will move into the apartments. We might be actually able to fill up the 2 shifts for the space bar. We can open up another shift at the grocery store and actually open up another shift at the diner as well, getting those people placed to work. As far as our botanist goes, we've got 2 shifts available for that. Scientists, we have the 1 shift open. The geologists, we've got 2 slots, but there were no engineers available from that job, the job search. Our help wanted site, our help wanted website isn't too good. But now it's not saying that we're low on machine parts, which is very, very nice. Let's see, do I want to get the prefab electronics factory at least built? We can turn the power off on it until the people come. There's only, I think, 1 building that uses electronic parts to maintain. All right, so this guy is full. Outstanding. We'll have him drop off his load at a metal storage plant. 152 out of 180. I think he can do that. Unload there, and if not, we can just find somewhere else for him to unload. So plenty of food at the diner. Grocery store's looking a little thin, but within a day or 2, we will have plenty of food. All of those soybeans will be harvested, and we can get a pretty decent size yield from that farm, which is ideally what we need. All right, so if we were to look at our prefabs here, we have our electronics factory somewhere up in here. Production, there's our electronics factory. It can hold 30 workers, 10 per shift. It consumes 10 power and 1 rare metal, 2 machine parts to maintain. It's going to take up the whole corner here, but we'll go ahead and set that prefab down and then turn it off whenever it gets put. We'll allow all workers, I believe, once it does get built. That way our non-specialized people can work there, or if engineers are required, we can pull, say, 2 people from this electronic parts factory. Just make, some electronic parts. All right, this drone is on his way, ready to build the prefab. Good job, drone number 15. Nice construction. Yeah, and all hands on deck. I need help. Help me build. Yeah, everyone's going to be building that prefab very quickly, and then the rest of the drones can go back to doing what they were doing. Yeah, a lot of drone help now. All right, so let's take a look at it. As soon as it's built, we'll power it off. So, yeah, they need engineers, and that is a lot of people. A lot of people indeed. So 5 rare metals. They're going to be moving the 5 rare metals to the electronics factory, I imagine, to help get them started. So any other rare metals we can find would be good. So a few of the non-specialized people may be able to work here. Yeah, free work slots reduce workplace performance. Yeah, that's kind of obvious. All right, producing 1.2 polymers. We may pull one of these engineers off of the polymer factory, or even shut down the polymer factory altogether, because 46 polymers, we're doing okay. And then we could just use that fuel that we're stockpiling up for the rocket. All right, our pickup truck has made it to the metal storage place. How about our other metal storage place? Is it full? No, it's at 166 out of 180, so I believe our pickup truck can, swap that. Now, hopefully the rocket will arrive before this next dust storm in 3 days and 3 hours. Yeah, we're going to get a pretty solid yield from those potatoes, I think. Very, very good. And not a moment too soon. The grocery store only has 6 food available. The diner's fine. Diner is more than fine. 10 lifetime served. That's pretty good. We'll cram everyone in there. They'll run on in. That may be a little bit cheeky, though, because I don't believe they can run straight through that tunnel. So they would have to run all the way around here. Or they would have to run like in here and take the tunnel. Huh. I want to land them on the launch pad. I don't know if they've got the range to do that. All right. Unload those resources. Now, since we're building or bringing some medics, the one thing I want to do is get a... Let's see, there's our research lab. I want to get the infirmary up and running. Yeah, we can nuzzle that in right there by the entrance. Boom. So we'll build that infirmary, get those doctors a place to work, and use up some of our concrete. We've got a crap ton of concrete. Even if these concrete extractors were to go down, I don't think we would need to get one up and running right away. All right, sun is rising, and I do believe that today we are going to harvest for about 30 food. So very nice. These drones will be able to be busy here in a minute. Just 10 concrete for the infirmary. That's a good deal. Plenty of concrete for that. All right, you have 1 metal. Man, just 1 metal? Really? All right, come on down here, then unload it here. And we'll see if we can find some more metal nearby to pick up. Like this metal over here should be fine. That way he doesn't have to go over the river and through the woods and across everywhere to pick that up. Yeah, 605 metal though, very, very nice. And then as soon as this infirmary is built, we will get the specialization turned on so only medics can work at the infirmary. And then hopefully these people will get their morale boosted a bit for having a place to get checked out. And not only that, but we would be able to have it open, you know, both shifts. So if you're feeling bad on first shift or second shift, you can come see the medic. All right, fuel, 28 out of 30 on the storage. So we almost have a full rocket load of fuel ready to go put in there. As far as planetary, you know what? Once our new botanist gets here, I don't know if 30 food would sustain us for a little bit, but if it does, we can send our 5 botanists on that expedition and see what is going on down there. Awesome, so we'll get our pickup truck going down the road. All right, and we will enforce specialists to work here.
Sector scanned.
When our doctors do arrive, they'll be able to work the infirmary. It only requires concrete for maintenance, which is very good. So nothing up there, unfortunately. Now we're going to really start to get the sensor boost down here, 400 and 300%. We'll just make sure that our Explorer is nearby. I actually don't know. All right, yep. There he is up there. So we'll just truck on down to where we're researching for a quicker research time. All right, everything is clever. And that rocket is coming quick, actually. 75% here already. Now, what I'll do is I'll hold off on sending the expedition until this is harvested. But it does actually look like this is going to harvest just fine. And then once the 30 food is popped up and we get a few, hopefully I brought a botanist. I believe I did bring a botanist on that last expedition. So what we'll do is we'll land the rocket over here. Then the drones can take the fuel up and over through there. Ideally, we would want to get a platform, a passage ramp up here. But I mean, everything is so compacted that we wouldn't be able to build one of those ramps. So that's fine. The robots can just bring all the fuel over here, and especially when I set that rocket to go on an expedition, then all the botanists will be able to just hop on and head out and see what is over there. Hopefully they bring back a crap ton of food. Being a botanist-specific mission, it does make sense that maybe, just maybe, they're working on food. Does it give us any details? Let's see, this area registered off the charts. This prompts an expedition, 12 hours and 5 botanists. So that's exactly what we will do as soon as the food comes in. Yeah, plenty of room, plenty of living space, and I'm glad we got that tech researched to help the elderly, put the elderly to work, just in case those botanists decide to turn elderly, they can continue to work. And the harvest is almost done. I mean, it is just a skosh. We're going to get about 30 food out of it. All right, second shift begins. Botanists are here, ready to work. And then hopefully, once that food is ready to go, and that's good because the grocery store is looking a little low on its food. Luckily, the grocery store is closed now, so those 2 food boxes will sustain us until this is pulled out of the ground. And it looks like a pretty good harvest. I'm not going to lie, we started at 40, we only lost 9 over the course of the day. And as soon as those botanists come, we will be in like a dirty shirt. 97% on the rocket. We will be landing soon, which is awesome indeed. And then those last few botanists can hop on this, help speed it up, and then we'll send them on their expedition and see exactly what is out there. Yep, pickup truck is still picking up all of the metal nearby. Our RC Explorer has made it to the research section. All right, landing the rocket. Let's get him by the dome as close as we can. Let's see, something like that should be fine. That way they can run straight into the dome and not have to worry about freezing to death. Then our robots can go ahead and start refilling that up. What I'll do is I'll turn off the rare exports so they don't automatically try to load those rare metals up. The electronics factory does have its 5 rare metals ready to go whenever that is well and good. Rocket should be landing shortly. Outstanding. Then they'll just get them a place to live. All of our people will hop on off and hopefully find a place to work. Here it comes. Outstanding. Rocket is touching down. Hopefully this is within the realm of our, yes, just barely within the realm of our drone command center. All right, 12 passengers came with 12 food. And the food is ready to go. Outstanding. So 30 food. The drones are going to be very busy now. All right, everyone is working. We will turn off rare exports, and we will send this thing on an expedition. All right, send an expedition. All right, to resupply view, to request a rocket from Earth, you have to set... You will need a rocket landed on Mars. Well, we do have that. We're not going to request a rocket from Earth. Maybe this rocket needs to be fully unloaded. Or now it counts. All right, Sokka refueling. All right, send. All right, so that's getting ready. They're going to unload the payload. The botanists are going to hop on. Yep, medics are all ready to go in the infirmary. We've got full up there. Let's open a second shift grocery store. Nah, doesn't look like it's needed. All right, everyone's using those. We've got full machine parts factory. We've got a full rare metals extraction. So the question is, unemployed. Yep, 5 vacant work slots. And there is 1 seeking work. You are a no specialization. So for the time being, let's no restriction and turn that guy on. All right, unemployed medic. You should be able to find a job now, Mr. Medic. You're an adult, no specialization. You will now work in the electronics factory. And our other unemployed medic can work here on third shift. No, we need you on second shift. Oh well. At least there's medics. That's the most important part. So we'll have plenty of medics. Dust melancholy. The dome resonates with a quiet but never-ending howl. You toss and turn in bed, but sleep escapes you. The sounds of the dust storm keep colonists awake at night. Combined with the gloomy, sunless daytime sky, the conditions have made all colonists weary and irritable. That's the reality. We can take it easy for a couple of days. Let's have a party, unknown consequences, or a $1 million investment. Well, we have a space bar. Let's have a party. The colonists raise a toast in glasses. Even the most desolate of humans can rely on alcohol. There was a serious discussion whether alcohol should be allowed in the first Martian colony. On one hand, culturally, alcohol is accepted and considered part of life. On the other hand, alcohol has adverse effects on health and can lead to accidents. Several colonists have gained the alcoholic trait. Well, at least the workplace performance isn't down. The space bar might be hopping from those new alcoholics, but you know what? Everything is clever. All right, so they're refueling. We only need 15 fuel to get this thing off the ground, and then 5 of our botanists can hop on the rocket and head to that area for 12 hours. All right, pickup truck is done. 45 more metal picked up. Let's go to our little intermediary drop-off point. 11 buildings not working. Uh-oh. Because of the dust storm. Yes, indeed. So with this dust storm last day and 20 hours, our oxygen production is not going to be there. But each of our oxygen producers are only losing 0.2 and outputting 10 per. So thankfully we have plenty of oxygen in reserve. Our tanks are going to be very slowly draining oxygen. Now, if there is a leak or something, that would be pretty terrible indeed. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, 5 botanists waiting for payload to arrive. Hopefully our 5 botanists are going to be on their way. Looks like they're going to be sleeping. Or do I just turn off this shift and then they just go on over there? Yeah, we'll turn that off. Hopefully our 5 botanists are going to come on over to the rocket. And then they can head out on their expedition. And then we'll stockpile this fuel. We'll have plenty of fuel when the rocket comes back. It'll be ready to go to Earth, like, immediately. And that is a lot of food. With the food that the colonists brought with them on the rocket and the fact that we just had a really good harvest, that's pretty good. And this may be a pretty long dust storm. Thankfully, you know, we've got the oxygen required. I don't think we're going to be in any danger. Come on, botanists. Actually, I don't think that we do need to turn that off, so we'll keep that on second shift. But we'll see if the botanists head on over to the rocket. That will be ideal. Maybe when they wake up. All right, so 21 out of 24. We have no real living space. So once we get those are we researching these smart homes? Yeah, just after the systematic training where scientists and botanists have 10% boosting of training, then we can work on the smart home. Martian education? Yeah, since, yep, the Martian University. It wouldn't be bad if we got like a second dome out here and then started training some people. If we could snake this tunnel, I don't know how long the tunnel can be, but if we can snake the tunnel over here and get the scientists moved over there, put in some smart homes or whatnot and get that research boost, that would definitely be ideal. So 2 people have checked in for the medic, and everyone is off on third shift. aside from these two doctors. So if anyone does have any sanity issues, they can just hop on over. Yeah, we're running a really good excess power generation for sure. We don't need to worry about that. Just the oxygen slowly ticking away. And everything will be clever. Awesome. So you've unloaded. That is 119 out of 180. Outstanding. So you can continue to bring us more metals, please. Gather everything you can. Always keep that pickup truck moving. All right, plenty of food in storage. The grocery store is nearly full on food, and so is the diner. It's first shift. People are going to work. We're producing 0.4 electronics per day, which isn't much, but, you know, it is something. If we had a few more people, that'd be really good. Yeah, how's water? So good thing we do have this backup water generation. This thing is still not producing at maximum capacity, but we do need a machine part. Oh crap, there's a leak. Y'all need to fix that leak pronto. We're losing 15 water an hour and 8 oxygen. I mean, the metal's right there. Just pick it up and go. Yep, there we go. This drone is on it. Drone 27, fixing the leak. Go drone. Outstanding. So we'll see if we can get that fixed. I don't know if this dome is affected since the break is after this dome. But, I mean, we are losing water out of our tanks and oxygen out of our storage for sure until that gets fixed up. Yeah, and then the oxygen isn't being produced, nor the water is being produced at this time. Well, the water will be, since we do have that backup water pump, but it's going to need a machine part here in a minute. It has deteriorated and can no longer do that, so come here. Come here, come here, come here. Bring a machine part, please. Load that machine part up. We'll get the pickup truck down there. This is where shuttles would be handy, but I don't think shuttles can even fly in this particular condition. We'll load up the one machine part and get him down there, you know, to service. All right. Waiting for required payload to arrive. We need 5 botanists. The rocket won't launch itself until everything is loaded. Hey, botanists. Do we assign you? No, we don't assign you to the thing. Maybe they can't go outside in a dust storm? So, I mean, they might as well work the farm while they're at it, if they can't go outside during the dust storm. All right, the leak is fixed. We should be making, well, no, we're not making positive water because the pickup truck needs to get the machine part down there. But only for the next day and 8 hours, so we'll weather the storm. It's not all bad. 25 out of 30 fuel, yeah, we'll stockpile all that fuel. We might actually need a secondary fuel storage place.
Research complete.
All right, systematic training. So that is awesome. The systematic training, the scientists and botanists have plus 10. So there's even more scientists with the correct workplace specialization. Then these botanists are getting a plus 10 as well. We'll be able to harvest a whole lot more food out of that for sure. All right, pickup truck. Come on, come on, come on. Luckily, we have enough water tanks to keep this afloat, but I don't like tapping into my reserves. I like keeping everything on the up and up. Yeah, I know it's going to analyze a planetary anomaly, but we need those 5 botanists to come out, please. All right. He should be picking up his machine parts shortly, and I think I'll grab 4 more machine parts here. Just have 5. 3, 4, 5. Go. Go ahead and get in the tunnel. And then we will unload our machine parts over here. Our drones can get to work, and we can start to get our water situation back up and running. Yep, unload it right there, please. All right, he should pop out here shortly. Go ahead and unload those machine parts, and everything will be clever. All right, there we go. Drone is on it. Getting ready to repair that. Outstanding. So is there any metal nearby that we can just nick while we're down here? I don't believe so. I will just head on over here then. Since we're down here on the ground floor, we'll go gather metals from down here. Then the drone will get to work. We'll start producing our water and filling up our tanks. It's going at maximum capacity to get that back working. So now when we look at our tanks, they should be filling, increasing at 0.083. So it is increasing, slowly but surely, but we are no longer dipping into our water resources. We're actually picking it up.
Sector scanned.
24 metals in Sector J5. I mean, that's all well and good, but it's not going to help us out too awful much. All right, power leak. Now, we've got the power for days. Where is our power leak? Right there. Should just be one metal. Now, I don't know if he had the metal to repair it and now he's going to recharge or not, but we're good on power. Our batteries are discharging at 1.4, and then this guy's discharging at 7.2. He's definitely taking the brunt of this power outage situation until this is sorted. Hopefully a drone is coming soon to fix this cable fault. We have plenty of metals nearby. We just need to grab one. There he is. All right, good job, Drone 27. In fact, I think that was the same drone that repaired that other fault. So Drone 27 might as well be called Geordie LaForge or Scotty, because he's fixing all of this crap that needs to be fixed. And then with this windstorm, we'll get that power back very quickly. For another day, we'll have plenty of wind power to generate. Yep, we'll just need to get that repaired up. Work quickly. Get this repaired up, please. Any second now. Now, I know that's a high voltage wire, but we need everything that we can get out of this. Come on now. Get that cable fault fixed so our leak gets repaired. But other than that, I mean, things are going swimmingly. 443 research there. We've got 25 people today in the space bar, 13 today at the grocery store, 2 today at the diner on first shift. Not too awful bad. And 10 people has visited the infirmary today, which is interesting. Where did... No, medic? You're in the wrong place, dear medic. I don't know why you want to work there, but I want you to work there. You are a medic. You are needed. All right, so fault is fixed. We should be making positive power. Yeah, 73 positive power. Batteries recharging. Oh, that's already full. So we didn't tap too awful much into our batteries, and it's like, okay, it's recharged. Everything is awesome. All right, so 29 out of 30 fuel, and indeed it looks like we will need a fuel stockpile. No, not a universal. Let's actually get some fuel up in this piece. And let's put it by the new planetary anomalies found. 7 scientists, we don't have that. 7 Eni, Project Excalibur, and we need an RC transport. So once our rocket gets back, we'll work on that. We'll get our RC transport over there. We just need our 5 botanists to come over here. Turn that off. Where did our botanists go? We have this on max priority. I just don't know if they can leave the dome.
Resources are low.
Machine parts. So it looks like a few of our engineers have moved over. Hey, 5 botanists. Fired, 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 fired. You shouldn't be unemployed because we have our farm. Set workplace. Set workplace. Set workplace. Set workplace. Set workplace. Yeah, we'll have to wait, I guess, and see if when this dust storm is done,
Sector scan.
whether or not our botanists will automatically hop on that, or if we have to assign them to the expedition. Unpin, encyclopedia. It's on max priority. We're not going to cancel the expedition. We just need our 5 botanists on board. All right, 22 metals picked up there. Holy crap. Can't see a thing. All right, so for the time being, let's get them back up here to unload. Can't see a thing in this place. So did our engineers go over here? Yeah, we don't need polymers. Fire, fire. Set workplace. Set workplace. Nope. Set workplace. We need everyone here making machine parts. We'll leave our unskilled workers here making 0.5. I guess we did bring 1 extra medic. We need you here in the hospital. Let's see, I wonder if it's a dome setting. Accepts colonists, birds are allowed. Use passages for work. Use passage for service. Accepts the colonists. I'm not actually sure if we can tell them to stop going to other places. All right, no resources found in sector I-4. This is starting to be crazy here. All right, next up we will need to get our remote drone over here. So that's our RC Explorer. We need the RC Transport. Okay, so we do need the RC Transport, not the Explorer. We do need to get our sensor tower built down here. Actually, it's probably not a good place for it. We could build it right here in the corner. Yeah, something like this would be good. All right, sensor tower right there. We got another leak. Oh, crap. What does this require? 1 metal. Where's our pickup truck? Use that tunnel, please. Get our metal down there. We're going to be leaking a crap ton of stuff. Yeah, we'll just unload the 3 metal that we got right here next to these drones so they can use that. Unload it right there. Yeah, the shuttle would definitely be nice, but this dust storm is playing havoc on our pipe infrastructure. Like, we've got it under control, but a second RC transport would be nice, but all of that goes away if we get the shuttle hub. If we got the shuttle hub, they could just fly, probably not during a dust storm, but they could just fly all of the needed stuff over here, and the drones could fix it up. All right, drone is on his way. Let's get him out of here. This drone will go fix that leak. Awesome. and 10 hours left in this dust storm, and I think this is a pretty good stopping place. Just continuing on doing what we're doing, grabbing some metal, doing some research, getting our electronics factory up and our infirmary, so now people can visit the doctor. That should improve their happiness for sure. And maybe we can get some Martian berths on this thing. We have 3 spaces open in our apartments before we have to build another living quarters situation. If we do, we can just move in the doctors in here. And I think actually the smart home, is next up on the docket. So very comfortable living space. Residents will recover sanity. We can move the doctors in there. We can move the people that work in here. Our doctors and our unspecialized over there. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
On Mars. You can't prepare for addiction.
All right, the founder, Clinton Bruno, has the alcoholic trait. Alcohol is not the answer, Clinton. I don't know if that actually did anything, but I mean, the space bar at 213 people is pretty good for relaxation, social, and all that other good stuff. It's just a shame that we have a group of alcoholics. All right, so water is restored. We should be filling up our tanks again at 0.3 per tank. We'll store all of that water. A lot of machine parts are getting used up. We have 9 in reserve, but we make 3.9. I mean, all of our engineers are working hard in this machine parts factory. Yeah, so I think in the next episode, the dust storm will blow over. We can assign or hopefully get the botanists. Oh, they're not within range, but I mean, they're within range of this one, but they might not know that they can walk down here to get to here to do their expedition. Tell you what, since we only need the RC Explorer, or the RC Commander, what do we need there? RC Transport. Oh, our pickup truck. Come back. Come back, come back, come back. We can do that. Since our botanists might not know they can walk over there, we will cancel this anomaly. They're waiting to refuel, but we are immediately going to send on an expedition. Project Fahrenheit with the RC Transport. Send. So now that guy just needs to get on over here. Awesome. So our RC Transport will, for the time being, stop picking up metal. And then we can send him on the expedition. And then see what Project Fahrenheit has to tell us. Then we'll land it on the launch pad. Our 5 botanists will hop on over and we can send them on the next expedition. So yeah, that's what we'll do. So next episode, exploration. 2, possibly 3 anomalies. Who knows? And that'll give these botanists time to get these potatoes done. And everything should be awesome. But that's going to do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you in the next Surviving Mars video. Take care.